So based on the title of this video, obviously we're going to be talking about Moses. No, we're not. We're going to be talking about the secret of Mulan. Want to know what her secret is? She's a bug. They kind of gave that one away on the cover. Not so much this double DVD cover, but the single Secret of Mulan DVD cover clearly shows she's a bug.
And my heart's in this homeland, so it's here I'll remain.
I love these Secret of movies. They're so dumb. UAV released The Secret of Mulan in 1998, you know, alongside someone else's release of a Mulan movie that year. But Disney famously screwed it up because they didn't make it about bugs. I'm not very familiar with a lot of the cast on this one, however, we do have Jeff Bergman, who is of course best known for Bugs and Daffy. We also have Gregory Abbey in the cast, who was the 2003 Raphael, though he was credited as Frank Frankson on that for whatever reason. And finally, we have Lisa DeSimone reprising her role as Voice from The Secret of Anastasia. I hate these ones that don't say who voiced who, but I suppose that is better than the ones that don't give any voice credit whatsoever. So Mulan is a legendary Chinese character who disguised herself as a man and took her father's place in the army and became known as a great warrior. There are a lot of versions of her story, most of which have a pretty happy ending. And then there's the one where she kills herself so she doesn't have to become a concubine. That's fun. About as fun as being a bug, I guess. But yeah, of the many retellings of the Mulan story, I don't believe many thought it would be better if Mulan was an insect. That was just the brilliant idea of UAV. This is one of those things too where it's like, is this insulting or is it just stupid? We join our insect wars, already in progress with some army ants raising a village. Army ants. Hey, any of you guys remember those army ants figures they used to make? Glad this movie triggered a memory of those toys.
I've got loot!
So the great loot is a piece of cloth, some pans, and a really stiff pair of underwear. Don't really think that's loot worth bragging about, buddy.
Traveling over your front lawn. With brains and beetle brawn.
Can this really be called music? What the hell is the scale of this frog next to the insects? Is it a really small frog or are they huge?
Yes, I am Malakan. See the fearsome way my name is Khan. I'm a little lad taking over all the blessed world. Malakan, Malakan, what am I saying? Malakan,
He gets to rule the world, but I get to take whatever's left.
And all that's left is a really shitty freeze frame.
Mulan, would you please stop wasting time with that stuff? It's not a waste.
Whoa, stunning scene. Much character work. So, Mulan is a caterpillar. Guess the real secret is she's gonna turn into a butterfly. That's a good twist as long as you've never heard anything about butterflies before.
Learning warrior skills is useful no matter what you do. Mulan!
What's the matter with me?
How will you ever find a husband?
Guess Mulan's really turned her friend off. In fact, she's turned her off so hard, she's gonna stop being a character in this movie.
Honored grandfather, are you sure the river will stop then?
So here's a couple of other animals whose scale really makes no sense with the insect people. We got a rabbit and, I think a mole. It's weird the mole guy doesn't have a proper nose. They don't even look like they're from the same cartoon as each other. The bad bugs also have turtles in their army ranks, cause there's no place for sense here. How'd these bugs decide which ones were soldiers and which ones were steeds? You got a wide load, we're gonna ride you.
Xing Xing, report.
So, the bug army already has females in it, does it? Why does Mulan have to pretend to be male, then? That's kind of a big part of the Mulan story, too, so it is rather odd for them to add a female to the army already. But whatever, I guess bugs were more progressive than stupid humans back then.
Where are your servants? Can do.
The rabbit's name is Can Do? Stupid.
Here, sir.
And how?
Ah!
Take the Emperor to safety at once.
Can do, my prince. What do you need?
Ah, it was worth it for that great joke.
Don't stand around, the barbarians are coming.
Sound balance.
Make haste.
And how? Hey, stop bugging me.
Stop whatting you?
Stop bugging me.
Farewell, grandson. I will see you when you have driven these barbarians from our kingdom. I'll see you once all the work's done. I love being lazy.
Aim! Release!
So, wait, the good guys are using living creatures as ammunition. I mean, sure, it's stupid mosquitoes, but you'd think in civilized bug world that this would be considered quite barbaric.
What do you think you're doing?
About 4 knots.
Make it 10.
So he killed him and the body keeps skipping across the water. Does that make it funny? Why aren't the stupid Malakan bugs using their turtles to cross the river? Would that make too much sense? And why do we want to see this stupid battle play out for so long? Mulan isn't even in the army yet. Hurry it up!
Wasps! It's wasps!
Oh, we had flying troops the whole time. Guess we're just idiots for getting attacked while trying to cross the river. Wait, they have rabbit mounts of some sort? Are those like kangaroo mice? Doesn't make much sense regardless. What does the stupid rabbit futt think of this? Oh, there goes that wasp's manhood or something.
What? Do not think you have beaten us.
What? Do not think my poor acting won't come through in the animation. I need to ride away even though I have wings. I'm an idiot?
Now let them tremble and beg for mercy. Let them fall down at my feet in blind terror.
Hey, you know they're getting away because you're just standing there monologuing.
Malakan the Magnanificent. Malakan the...
Wonderful they included a stupid Woody Allen character. That's always great, and it's aged so well.
His Imperial Highness orders every able-bodied man to report to the army immediately!
Huh? But Father, you have already served the Emperor.
Yiwu, fetch my armor.
Oh, good. I'm glad Master Shitter works for the Buggingtons. With Mulan's father being a butterfly, it sure is going to be surprising when Mulan transforms, isn't it?
For honor.
Nah. Oh, idiots on the moon. Yeah. Did they just forget to put a background in here at all?
I served your father when he went to war, and now I will serve you.
Okay, I don't value your life like I do dipshit Dad's.
Where is that messenger?
What's happening?
What are you talking about?
Anyway, Heavy wears the wings or something, stupid old buttercoot.
Look, everything's so big.
Sure, that's what I'd call that repeated character mess. And is that army about to charge those two?
What do I call myself?
Soldier Hua. No, Hua.
Ah, they're gonna call Mulan by her family name. How clever.
Soldier Hua, reporting for duty.
Oh, the army is just gathered in this field waiting for recruits to randomly show up. Sure. And this is my helper rat. I'm sure most of the bug soldiers have one of those. What? I'm glad Mulan couldn't even be bothered to take her lipstick off for this pretending to be a boy thing.
Ah, this is a life, isn't it, comrade?
Yes. I mean, yes.
I was suspicious when you said yes in a slightly higher pitch, but the second lower one sure placates me.
The prince has fought valiantly. It is hopeless.
Wow, sounds good. Obviously, the old ways are not working.
We need to find a new way.
The highest realization of warfare is to attack the enemy's plans. I must know their plans. My new plan is to attack plans I don't know. I can't wait to lose the bug wars in record time. You still here, Janji? Weren't you leaving?
No thanks. No nothing. How dare he treat me like this?
Sounds like you might betray us. Very good then. Why did I start monologuing while he was just standing right over there? Attack!
Well, at least both sides have useless leaders.
No, wait, quick! Do the courage!
Why, they didn't do the courage at all.
Never give up hope! Charge!
Why are all these soldiers hanging behind and taking orders from a new recruit who's done nothing so far? Anyway, I guess charge was the magic word these stupid caterpillars needed to hear, as the ants weren't prepared for them to actually do anything.
I hereby appoint Soldier Hua captain.
See? She did the courage thing I said, so she immediately gets to jump the ranks. I mean, he! Even though there's already a female soldier, so who knows why Mulan had to bother?
There must be someone in that army willing to betray that soldier. Find me a traitor, Bowtie.
Yeah, could you maybe, put up some flyers, looking for traitor. Please apply at Malakan's ant farm.
You honor your ancestors and your emperor.
But I do not honor my line readings.
You're a girl.
I can't believe it. Imagine, a girl in this army.
You're a girl.
Yes, I know.
I don't believe she meant it as new information to you, Mulan. Also gotta love those overlapping lines.
Yes, I know.
So 2 girls took care of 3 of the Horde's warriors.
They're okay with 1 girl in the army, just not 2, I guess.
What a great story that would make. What a shame I can't tell anyone.
Because... So, Xing Xing here is a dragonfly. I know there's a lot of creative liberty with the designs, but they really didn't try to make her very dragonfly-like. Look at me! I'm a bug now! We look so baggy. Oh, if only they had someone to yell courage at them. We think war is hilarious!
Signal Captain Hua!
Yeah, signal yourself, Mulan. What?
A brilliant plan, well executed, Captain Hua.
Signaling yourself somehow made us win that encounter.
I found what you wanted, a traitor.
Such a harsh word, Bowtie.
Yeah, Buggy Khan would never use the word traitor.
Find me a traitor, Bowtie.
I need a traitor! I'm holding out for a traitor till the end of the night. Anyway, it's a real mystery who the traitor is. Could it be the guy who got annoyed at the Emperor earlier because he was a dick and his plan to attack plans was nonsense? Yup!
You won't believe it. I'm in love.
Xing Xing, we're in the middle of a war.
This is why you don't see any other dragonflies in the army.
Isn't it wonderful? And he's a prince.
Not the prince.
That's right, Prince.
He really wants to meet you.
You didn't tell him I'm a girl, did you?
I'll kill you, you stupid flaky moron!
I think he's jealous. Permit me to introduce the Emperor's messenger. Let go of me.
the great traitor plan was to fly away with Mulan. Couldn't have gotten one of the wasps to just do that. No, this needed like a long-form plan with seduction and shit.
Thanks for the help, sweetheart.
What was even the point of romancing me? I don't know. Xing Xing tries to get Mulan back, but gets repelled by a fart attack. Oh, I got blown back a bit. I give up.
Where are you taking me?
To Malakan.
Malakan?
Can't believe he's taking you to the bad guy. A real unforeseen turn of events at this point. Mulan breaks free and falls to her death. Well, she should anyway. She survives somehow by falling in a tree. I get the feeling that an earlier draft of this movie had Mulan survive by instantly turning into a butterfly, you know, kind of like the ending of one of these other Secret of movies, but someone said that doesn't make sense. Because realism is what the bug story Mulan was going for.
Wow, I feel so strange. What's happening to me?
It feels different this time.
I think he's working for Malakan.
Out of my sight, Xing Xing, before I have your head!
You didn't even yell courage at Mulan. That would have solved everything. What?
We must carry on without Captain Hua.
Does Mulan's splinter care at all that she might be dead now?
I promise, Mulan, I will find you.
In fact, I probably should have kept on your trail trying to do that instead of coming back to report my utter failure. Meanwhile, Mulan has cocooned it up. Can't wait for that super surprising secret reveal.
Dun, dun! Oh, who's the greatest vermin?
No, thanks. We're gonna pass. Wait a second, so there are like micro worms, which are like insect sized to the insects? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Anyway, with the one soldier now gone, I guess Malakan thinks they can win again. Let's choppy repeat animation into battle! Pollen bombs stupid.
Order the retreat. I'm sure Captain Hua would have a better plan.
A better plan than retreating? I think not.
The prince has retreated. If only Mulan were there.
Maybe Mulan would have said courage and the whole battle would have gone differently.
So, sure, the village and palace have been breached, but at least we still have the comic relief rabbit and mole.
Wisdom can never be lost.
What good is wisdom if I'm forced to sleep on rock?
Wisdom tells how to not mind the cold.
I hate cold.
Why do they exist? Well, that was done about as flatly as possible. Glad they did 2 of these Secret of movies where the secret was having wings. Also, I'm glad transforming into a butterfly also transformed Mulan's clothing.
Mulan, I'm so sorry.
Not sorry enough to try and do anything useful, though.
Oh, being a butterfly is a lot like being a ghost, apparently.
Do I know you?
I mean, you look exactly like Mulan, but you've got a butterfly body now. Who are you?
It's me, Mulan.
Mulan!
That makes me angry!
We've lost battle after battle.
They need Captain Hua, so that's who they'll get.
So Mulan crams her wings into her armor? Why is she pretending she didn't go through metamorphosis? That doesn't have anything to do with her being a boy or girl. There's no reason for this BS. The morons in the bug army can see that Mulan isn't a caterpillar anymore regardless, unless they don't know how to count legs.
I welcome you back, General Hua.
Getting captured also equals a promotion in Idiot Army. What?
You've changed.
I I noticed that, but not the fact you only have 2 legs now.
Surrender, and I will show you mercy.
I bid you to surrender.
Too bad you will die.
Oh no, Secret Spider! Prince Courage Promotions is defeated. Mulan then challenges Mala Khan to a one-on-one battle on a rickety bridge. Can't wait for her to surprise use her wings. Xing Xing gets revenge on her fake lover by feeding him to a frog, I guess.
My new toy.
He is your boy toy. Boy toy.
Any last words?
Can you say goodbye?
So Mulan almost falls to her death again because she's an idiot that covered her wings for no reason. That was $500 armor, asshole! The secret of Mala Khan, though, is the same secret as Mulan. Wings. Anyway, he runs into a mountain shortly after and then they execute him.
Who are you?
You are a completely different person without your helmet. What?
You've had a good joke on us, Mulan.
Yeah, being apparently the only competent one in the entire army. Pretty good joke. Why'd you pretend to be a boy? We had girls in our army already. Anyway, the choppy animation butterflies are in love now due to absolutely nothing. We haven't even had a hint of that before.
And you. And how?
Go die! The frames on the animation got pretty damn low in a lot of areas, the songs were audio poison, and they made Mulan's cover as a man make no sense for her to even do. And then she even hides that she's transformed into a butterfly to another butterfly! So all in all, pretty solid telling of the Mulan story. Would recommend.
I don't like this movie, doesn't too friendly. This bootleg is so fake, that toy is gonna break. Phelous, don't let me down, you need to be around. Grab that chocolate pizza, I even like it cause I want. Phelous, so Phelous, bring on multi-comedy. Phelous, so Phelous, an animation movie. Phelous, so Phelous, what really is so fun? Phelous, so Phelous, what's your opinion about?
Wait, would I really recommend it?